The announcement came just minutes before the governor was scheduled to meet with reporters. He didn't have all the details quite yet, but he was quick to tell me he does not agree with the idea. The vaccine announcement from President Joe Biden facing backlash from Tennessee Republicans. Governor Bill Lee making it clear he's not okay with large employers mandating vaccines.
Well, I think it's a terrible idea. I have not seen that announcement yet. I was preparing for this one, but we'll see the details of that.
Would you encourage employers not to comply with that?
Well, I'm always going to encourage anyone to comply with the law. I think that would be a very ill-advised law, and I suspect that we'll see a lot of response to that. I think it's a bad idea.
The governor later tweeting, "To be clear, the vaccine is the best tool we have to combat the pandemic, but heavy-handed mandates are the wrong approach." But not everyone disagrees with the idea. State Representative Vincent Dixie says this is a necessary move to ensure public health and safety.
We've seen what happens to the unvaccinated population. They're filling up our hospitals right now. They're the ones that's dying. So if people won't take care of themselves, then sometimes the government, that's our job, is to step in and make sure that people are safe and healthy.
There's a lot of people unhappy with this, saying that they shouldn't have to get a vaccine because the government tells them to. What is your response to that?
The government tells us, we've all had vaccines because the government has told us to, starting from when we're babies. You know, when we were first born, we had vaccines, but to enter into grade school, we've had vaccines. So I think that is an unwise argument to settle in.
The president says this order will help ensure a safe workplace for Americans while keeping the economy open. Tennessee House Republicans also tweeted about this tonight, calling it government overreach.
School started just a few weeks ago, and we've confirmed several school employees have died from COVID-19. Tonight, Governor Bill Lee defending the work he's done to protect those in the classroom.
Ashley Leatherwood was only 31 years old. She passed away in August from the virus and worked at a Shelby County school. A second Shelby County Schools employee, 50-year-old Katrina Brooks, also died from COVID-19 complications.
I'm angry because my daughter has an underlying condition. My daughter has severe asthma.
This Tennessee mother's daughter tested positive for COVID-19 in school and is even angrier when she hears about teachers dying. In Knox County, 56-year-old Tammy Sims Murphy, a bus driver, also passed away from COVID.
Governor Lee and Education Commissioner Penny Schwinn have not only failed Tennessee children and families, they have also failed Tennessee teachers, administrators, and staff.
Governor Lee's response to the virus taking the lives of school employees.
Our hearts go out to anybody. It's tragic when we lose anybody for any reason in this state.
Governor Lee pleased with how his teams handled the pandemic.
What we're doing is working really hard every single day to manage a global pandemic that has moved through states and is residing in a big way in Tennessee right now. We'll continue to do that.
I asked the state education department what leaders are doing to protect school employees and if they plan to track COVID-19 deaths in schools. I am waiting on a response.
How can our leaders say on one hand that they appreciate teachers, yet do nothing when they are dying due to a lack of leadership and proper preventative measures?
There have been several other teachers who have passed away this year in Tennessee, but school districts will not confirm if it's because of COVID-19.
As of right now, this mask mandate will be reevaluated October 14th. Tonight, though, parents and students on both sides of this debate sharing their opinions and thoughts with school board members face to face.
There's one thing that I think everyone in this room can agree on. We're tired. We're all tired.
I would like a stat from our health department too. What is the mental state that our kids are going through?
We also learned tonight that if a mass student comes into contact with another person who's positive for COVID-19, the student who was wearing a mask is now not required to quarantine unless they show symptoms. The mandate automatically ends if the county-wide positivity rate is 10% or lower for 3 consecutive weeks.
It's not an effective approach to risk mitigation. It's completely ignoring everything that's happening in the community and pretending that the school can make a difference independent of all of community's activities.
I don't like wearing masks, but I also want to be in the classroom, and to me, receiving a full education is the thing that's most important.
At one point during this contentious vote, a protester was asked to leave the meeting, causing a disturbance, I should say. Rutherford County Schools Director Bill Spurlock also took time tonight to apologize to the junior who shared how he lost his grandmother due to COVID-19 during Tuesday night's meeting. That night, the student was faced with laughter and heckling from adults while standing at the podium. Tonight, board members are inviting that particular student to attend another meeting in order for them to apologize in person.